What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will show you an amazing update from Tony's tweets and I will show you that he found another way that exposes the naked shorting activity on different broker-dealers. Then I will continue with the two potential pathways how we can solve our problem. But before we dive deep into all of this, I want to start with this tweet that was made by Busy Brands. And he wrote, "Failure is not an option. We are 3 people away from our goal. I know someone who knows someone who knows someone that can and will help us achieve our mission objective." Every single tweet, retweet, quote tweet, email, phone call, and letter will be strategic, efficient, and impactful. We must begin asking anyone and everyone outside of our community if they currently hold MMTLP or ever have. We need to increase our overall numbers while strengthening our core group. And I completely agree with this statement. And because of this, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with the friends and family. And this is the only way how we can attract more attention to our problem. And eventually it will help us to win this battle. So let's start with the news itself. First of all, I want to show you this tweet. I want to show you the Charles V. Payne official Twitter account. And yesterday I showed you that he mentioned about MMTLP saga in his show. And he made a follow-up tweet. He published it 17 hours ago and he wrote, "My take, the comeuppance of short sellers. Postscriptum, Gary Gensler, what's up with MMTLP?" And I think it is very important when this type of famous people with a huge audience, and let me remind you that he has almost 900,000 followers on Twitter alone, and his show is very popular among the retail community, and that is why he might be another person who can help us to win this battle. And let me show you another quite interesting news. Tony Tweets made a video 8 hours ago, and he made this tweet, "My take on the broker breakdown for MMTLP, next breach hydrocarbons liability. Also, the GTII and FNGR story are becoming impossible to ignore." And here is this video. It is not the longest one, just 18 minutes long. And in this video, in the first part of this video, Tony made a very cool breakdown of each and every broker-dealer, and he put the data from the survey, how many shares do these broker-dealers have as a long position, and he received this data. Then he found out that it is only 9% of actual share count. Then he extrapolates this number to the total number of shares that potentially might be held by these broker-dealers. And he received this data. And we also have an official information from DTCC of the share allocation for several brokerages. And this data is right here. And he wrote these numbers on each and every string. And he found out that there's a huge discrepancy among top brokers, top broker-dealers. For example, TD Ameritrade, according to survey, has 147.6 million shares on its accounts. But TD Ameritrade was allocated by 53 million shares. This means it is a shortfall of almost 95 million shares. Fidelity has 89.84 million shares, and it was allocated by 21 million shares. The discrepancy is 68.84 million shares. And all of the major broker-dealers who held the majority of the next breach hydrocarbon shares have this type of discrepancy. And yes, it is just an assumption, and it might be completely wrong, but it can be wrong only in just several percentage. And let's say we are wrong for 2 folds. This means, okay, TD Ameritrade is on the safer territory. They have more shares allocated than their current position. But Fidelity is in a huge problem, is still in a huge problem. because even if you divide the 68.84 million shares by 2, it will be again more than 34 million shares, but they were given by only 21 million shares. And this is the pure evidence, another evidence that these broker-dealers have something to hide. And probably it is the main reason why FINRA halted the trades in MMTLP, because definitely FINRA knew about these numbers and they knew that there is a huge problem, and that is why they issued this U3 halt without any explanation what was the real reason of this halt. And shout out to Tony's tweets, shout out to Tony, and I highly suggest you to follow his YouTube channel and to follow his Twitter account, because he makes a very good breakdown on different topics regarding MMTLP story. So let's continue with other news. Let me remind you that Pete Sessions will have a meeting, and by the time when this video will be published, this meeting will come to its end. But definitely some members of our community will attend to this meeting, and if there is some good results or some news that might be useful for the community, definitely I will do an update and I will show you what was the results of this meeting. So let me show you further. Due Diligence wrote this tweet 6 hours ago, and in my opinion it is very important. He said, MMTLP action idea. State groups, start going after your local congressional reps and senators to join constituent-specific Twitter spaces. Similarly to what we just did with Don Horan, as it relates to our community members in Florida. When you reach out, let them know that you can hold a space where they can hear from their own constituents, because that is who they want to hear from. If your congressional representative won't do it, remember, election season is coming up. Let them know that we can just see if we can get their opposition, use their name instead. If they still won't do it, let's go after their opposition. I have it right and true format all set, and would be willing to host a controlled, formatted discussion with any reps at any time for any state groups. Let's push. And I think it is a brilliant idea. And let me show you another tweet that he made, and he reposted the tweet of Amanda Morin, and let me show you this tweet in details. She wrote, MMTLP fiasco. Here is an idea to help our cause. I don't know about y'all, but I get spammed by politicians asking for campaign donations several times a day. So, today I decided I'm sending free commercials script he wrote to Mr. Sessions the other day, modified of course to fit the situation, and every time they send me an email, I'll be replying with this. Just one more avenue. Small moves add up to big ones. So power is in numbers. And yes, I have to say that it is another brilliant idea how we can benefit from this situation. And let me show you what did Due Diligence write. Good for you, Amanda. Way to work. Wait until you see what I drop tomorrow. Working on it as we speak. I think it will be helpful. No, I don't ever stop. And it is very inspiring that we have this type of MMTLP community members. And I have to say that we have to help them. And eventually, we will win this battle no matter what. On top of that, let me show you another tweet from our headliner, from Richard Hoffman. For those of you who don't know, he is a quite famous person inside our MMTLP community, and not only here, because he filed a lawsuit against FINRA, and he is in process of arbitration with Fidelity. And he makes, from time to time, he makes very useful live streams with different people who is also very knowledgeable and who can help us to solve our problem. And 15 hours ago he wrote, live stream Sunday 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, special guest William Forrant and possibly one other. Join Junior and I, Not Legal Advice, KNOT. And his YouTube channel is Not Legal Advice, KNOT. And if you don't know who William Forrant is, let me show you Anna Trade's Twitter account. She is the person who asked Gary Gensler with tricky questions regarding MMTLP back in the days when he was at hearings from financial committee. And he was William Forrand, and he also the member of our community. And he also makes very good statements, and he makes very good. Basically, he fight for us, and he already found a lot of details that might be helpful in our case. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.